Welcome to another Figuring Out Japan video. We sell all the coolest Japanese collectibles and figurines straight out of Japan, and you can find out more details about us in the description of this video, including our Facebook page and our online store. So in this video, I'm going to be doing another update video regarding the virus and how that's affecting our business and how it's affecting Japan. For those of you who are interested, I'm sure a lot of you who follow this channel like to buy goods from Japan, whether it's from us or other people. So I did do a very long quote unquote video regarding the virus in Japan, how it all sort of unfolded, and what are some of the consequences of it. So I'm not going to go over that in this video. Obviously, it was about a 30-minute video. I promise I'll keep this one much shorter. But since I haven't updated you guys in over a month now, I thought I'd just sort of give you an update with the situation. Before I do that, I will actually give a shameless plug. So since we haven't been able to send items out, we've used the time to populate our website. Now, we actually created the website quite some time ago. We set up the page and the site, but we only sort of put some of the newer listings on just to sort of test that it was all working and everything was fine. But what we've now done over the last few weeks is actually populated all of the listings from eBay onto the website. Now, that sounds very trivial, but it is a massive, massive thing to do. To basically recreate over 1,000 listings and and have them all there. But they're there now. And why should you guys care? Because the prices are cheaper, and we've priced them to be 10% cheaper, and then we've rounded down as well on top of that to the nearest 100 yen. So they should be 10% cheaper than the prices on eBay. So even though there's a lot of cost and time involved in setting up the site, we've sort of ignored that cost, and we're saying, okay, well, whatever we save from eBay, and we actually pay a bit less than 10% to eBay, but we're going to pass all of those savings plus some to our customers. So you can still buy from us on eBay. You can't at the moment, obviously, because of the whole virus situation, which I'll explain a little bit later. But you're just going to pay more because we pay more. We have to pay fees to eBay. So this really is for you guys. I mean, we're kind of indifferent whether you buy through eBay or buy through the store. But as I said, the prices are cheaper for you guys on the website. So I'll just quickly show you how to use it. So you come to the homepage. This is the homepage, figuringoutjapan.com. Most of you are going to be interested in figures, so you just click figures, and then you'll get a page like this, and then you can filter what series you want over here on the left hand side. So let's say you're interested in My Hero Academia. You click My Hero. Actually, maybe it's a bad example because some of the recent ones are there. Let's say you click Naruto. So you've got all the Naruto figures. So yeah, and then you can filter by various parameters. So it probably makes sense to filter by newest, but we didn't actually put everything on the site in order of release. So at the moment it doesn't make much sense, but going forward it will, because anything new will, and I think it defaults to newest anyway. And then you just click on the item, and then you can click add to cart and go through how you normally would. All the payment process is very secure and safe. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about any of that as well. Now it will be slightly, so on the desktop you can also hover your mouse over figures and then go down to, let's say you're interested, well, let's go My Hero Academia this time. And it actually takes you to a separate page. There is actually a My Hero Academia page. Just notice the background has changed. I don't think you can do that on smartphone though. So what you'll do is smartphone is you go to the figures page, and then rather than the filter on the side here, it will actually be a drop down menu, I think, on the top, and then you just select what series you want and go through it. There's also a chat box. Someone will get back to you, not instantly, but fairly soon, certainly within 24 hours. Yeah, so check that out. You'll see all the links to our social media as well on the top here. And yeah, definitely interested what you guys think of the site. If there's anything you would like to change or add or whatever, then by all means let us know. We do take your feedback very seriously because a lot of people can't be bothered, to spend a minute, providing feedback. So even if you comment on this video or you send us a message or an email, again, all the details in the description of this video, we really value that because we think, okay, one person thinks that, there must be 50 or 100 other people out there who are thinking the same thing and just can't be bothered. So we do put a lot of weight on your opinions. So sorry about that. It's a shameless little plug, but let's now move on to the situation with the virus. So this is so Japan Post. So just to summarize the last video, like in 10 seconds, basically the global postal system's collapsed. There's no planes traveling around the world, therefore there's no mail traveling around the world. And Japan Post have confirmed that by saying they will not accept mail to an ever-growing list of countries. Now, the last update, incredibly, was nearly a month ago, on the 23rd of April, to be effective from the 24th of April. And this is the list of all of the countries that Japan Post are not accepting mail to. As you can see, it's a very comprehensive list. Now, Japan Post has not updated in any way regarding this list since the 23rd of April. Now, some people have been messages and saying, oh, things are back to normal in my country and mail should be resuming. We are dependent on what Japan Post tell us. And I do understand that there are some countries around the world that things are starting to, quote unquote, go back to normal. But just because a restaurant opens or school opens or whatever, it doesn't really matter. What really matters is, are planes actually flying between the two countries? So the best way to get some idea as to when things may go to normal is to go to like an airline website in your country and check, are there flights going from your country to Japan or vice versa? And that might give you some idea as to when services will resume. From what I can see, June, beginning of June seems the best case scenario. I would be shocked if any of these countries are removed before the beginning of June. And then even I think once June starts, it's going to be a sort of slow or gradual process where they start to, slowly, remove some of these sort of banned, or banned's not the right word, but blocked, essentially blocked countries. Now, even the countries that we can still send to, and there's only like very, very few of them, like the UK, Germany, I think France, Thailand, Vietnam. There's probably only like 10 or 15 countries. It's also very staggered because even those countries, there's so few planes, and so what we've noticed is, you know, there might be a plane going like every 2 weeks, and so for some customers, they actually get things quite quickly, and then but other customers who maybe ordered something a month ago, they've had to wait like 2 weeks for the next plane, and then it's very lumpy. Like we can see all these customers, boom, from that country, they get their stuff at the same time. So I can, all I'm really saying is that things are not back to normal, okay, and it is going to be a slow process, unfortunately. Um, so things are still going to be weird, and we've lost so much money from both lost potential sales, but also sales that we made, and then we sent, and then Japan Post said, oh well, effective from this day you can't send to this country, and even we sent it before then, they like backdated stuff and sent stuff back, and it's just been, I mean, we've just wasted days and days just going through stuff, sorting stuff, updating people. It's been very, very stressful, but anyway, that is the situation currently, as of the date of this video. Um, So the final thing I wanted to cover in this video is how has the release schedule of items been affected. Now I'm only going to focus on Banpresto because I think most of the people watching this channel, following this channel, are interested in the prize figures of Banpresto. So just to give you some idea, so this is the release schedule for April, and this gives you some idea of what a normal month will look like in terms of release schedule. It's actually usually more than this, but you can see there's a lot of stuff that comes out usually in a given month. Now the figures, some of these figures actually that came out in April were supposed to come out in March, maybe even February, I don't remember, but I think most of them were slated for March, and then they got pushed over into April. And even these figures had a fairly limited release. So because of the state of emergency, the Crane Game centers couldn't open, and therefore effectively Banpresto couldn't distribute the figures out there. And so some of these figures are actually already very, very rare and collectible. I mean, like 3, 4, 5 times the price of what they would normally be for a new release figure. So, but all of these did come out. They were released up until around the middle of April. So these ones also came out. But anything beyond that, you can actually see it says here in Japanese, Tojobi Kakuninchu, which means the release date is still being confirmed. So none of these figures were actually released, even though they were supposed to be. Now, what I've noticed actually only in the last day or so is that they have now confirmed the release dates for a lot of the figures that were supposed to be released in April. So you can see here the Usopp actually shows June. You should never see that. You should never see a figure released in June for April. So if you actually skip to June, they've moved again only in the last day or so. A lot of these figures were originally appearing on the April page, and now they're appearing on the June page. So you've got like the Gohan materia, and then Gotenks, Gogeta, Fujiko Mino. So all of these were originally for maybe even March, and then delayed to April, and then to June. Now, if you actually go to May 2020, you can see that there's basically nothing. I mean, like there's basically nothing there, right? So, so yeah, so everything is obviously a bit of a mess. It will slowly, hopefully, go back to some sort of normality, but hopefully that gives you guys some idea about what's been happening and what's going on. There have also been some pretty aggressive customers, like accusing us of like, I don't know, lying, or like clearly a lot of people are frustrated and pretty over the whole situation, which given all the problems that it's caused us as well, we can certainly relate to. But I hope that's informative for you guys, and as always, stay safe, and let's hope that we can all get through this fairly soon. So thank you very much for watching. Again, all the details are in the description of this video, and I'll see you in the next video.